All right. Changing necessity to choice. An invitation to each one of you. It's not just a challenge for, as a space of it's going to be difficult. It's actually more of one that can get you to be present, or where you choose from necessity instead of choice. So I was reading the Business Done Different manual yesterday. I must admit, it's one of my favorite manuals to read. And when I opened the manual, this page opened up as, are you creating from necessity or choice? I started to look at my reality, my business, my choices, and I started to recognize how much of my choices, so-called choices, are actually coming from the space of necessity. In the sense, if you are asking to create a new business, or you're looking at what can I add to my business, how much of that would come from what you know, and what you know, not from a space of what you know of what is unique to you and what is true for you, but what you know from what you have learned from other people's experiences, or your education, or the family that you come from. How much of that has you deciding what you should choose based on, and that actually has you creating this space of creation from a space of necessity of, I know this, so I can only do this. Or I have to create a business because I need money. So having a business is a necessity. And my parents did this, or my dad did this, or my mom did this, or my grandparents did this. So I have to do that, or I will never do that. You see, it comes from a space of, I have to, or I will never, based on what their experiences have been with their business. That kind of influences you to make a choice. But now that choice is actually coming from a necessity of creation, because you've decided that if I don't create this, then I will not know anything, or you've decided that this is the only thing that I know, or so on and so forth. So I would like you all to actually get present with what facilitated you into making a choice with your business, with the creation. And here, when we talk about business, it's not just having your own quote unquote business, as in this reality we call it. It may be a job. It may be that you're a homemaker. It may be that you're a student. It may be that you're sitting at home jobless. It may be any of that. All of that is your business, because your life is your business and your business is your life. So let's look at that, any area of your life where you're making choices with your business, whatever that is right now for you, and ask, if I had true choice, what would I choose to create as my business? And be present with that. And I would really like you all, if you would like to do that. I've been doing that, and it's kind of gets me more present with my choices. I have a journal, a diary, and I write down the question that if I had true choice here, what would I choose to create as my business? It could be random. It could be having a play school. It could be random as becoming a dancer. It could be becoming an exporter. It could be starting with a new business of steel. It could be anything. It could be becoming a healer. It could be becoming an access consciousness facilitator. Whatever that is, come from the space of, if I had true choice. Now, when I say if I had true choice, in itself, that question is actually a lie, because you do have true choice. But I am asking you to ask this question to allow yourself that knowing that you do have choice. So look at that and ask, if I had true choice, what would I choose to create as my business? And get present with it. And just allow yourself to indulge in that energy. Another thing that facilitates true choice is when you don't make money the criteria for choice. It's like, I would love to have this business, but I don't have the money, but I don't have time, and I can only do this because. So that because is what's making you justify your necessity. and your but is where you deny true choice. So let's also, it's not about, I also want to talk about a different energy here, guys, that when you look at necessity, very often when you acknowledge something is a necessity, you can also start to have that necessity facilitating you into choice. But now how do we do that? Now, if you have a necessity of, say, buying a house, okay, now you require money for that, or you require someone to gift that to you, or, for that to actually show up in this reality. So it's a necessity in your world, all right? But now when you're making choices based on the house is a necessity, you have created a need around that. And now all your choices will be to create that. And strangely enough, that's where you go to fighting the creation of that. So it's not a creation with ease, it's a fighting to prove that you can have it. And that's where it becomes difficult and it's no longer ease for you. So let's look at necessity of having a house in your world in these 10 seconds. And now ask, what if this necessity could facilitate me into true choice? What would I choose to act? What would I choose to create that can have me actualize this? Now do you see how the necessity energy has just shifted? It's become an awareness. It's become an awareness of an ask. And now you're operating from choice. Necessity, friends, creates a need, and a need creates greed, and it creates a lack in your world, and it has you fighting to have something instead of choosing to have it. So this is day one, and I truly wonder what this can create in our worlds. As you play with this, I will be playing with it too. I would love to have, and I'd love to receive and hear from you what your feedback is. Pop in whatever shows up for you in this group, or text me privately. I am here for you. And let's see what we can create together in these 3 days. What magic can we create from the space of choice, acknowledging what is a necessity in our world. I'll see you all tomorrow, friends. Bye.